Hey, friends, welcome back to Service Matters. I've got a really exciting episode for you this week. So, without further ado, I want to jump right into our first segment. It is an interview that I had the chance to do with Brock Buak. Now, Brock is from Northern California here in the greater Sacramento region, Placerville to be specific. And he was quite the impressive high school student. So I had the chance to meet him last year, or I guess beginning of this year, when he was accepted to all of the military academies. He got an appointment to all of the military academies. And this is no small feat. I mean, for anybody that knows, not only do you have to have incredibly strong academics, you have to have strong extracurriculars, leadership, community service, volunteering. You also need congressional appointments, meaning a congressman needs to recommend you for one of these academies. And that's a whole process in and of itself to get that sort of an appointment. And so it's really impressive to get the congressional nomination and so forth. So it's no small feat that Brock got admittance to all of these military academies. And I got to meet him when he was still making his decision. He was still weighing his options and, thinking about what he wanted to do in the future, maybe be an intelligence officer. And he eventually made that decision and he decided to go to the United States Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs, which is very exciting. So I want to just give you a little bit of a chance to get a peek into Brock's world since he has been at the Air Force Academy. It is now the end of September. He went to Colorado Springs in June, so he's been there for several months now. The academic year is in full swing. He's already gone through basically basic training in the beginning. I Day is initiation day. It's actually something that I've attended several times when I was a reporter in Colorado Springs and covered it from a journalist perspective, but Brock got to live it firsthand. So I want to go ahead and share this interview with you, and I'll see you on the other side so we can chat about it just a little bit. Enjoy.
I think we have to just point out the fact that we're talking on a Sunday afternoon, which I presume is maybe your only free time that you have to hop on with me and talk in between your homework and stuff. So give me an update. How has it been at the Air Force Academy?
Well, first of all, I'm very grateful to be in this situation right now. It's just an amazing opportunity to be here. Um, been very busy, as you would expect, and everything, just from juggling the high academic standards that they expected us from here and the athletic standards that they want us to be in and the military duties that we have to carry from day to day. But I'm very thankful for all of it. I really appreciate the challenge and the opportunity here. And I just know that, if I keep putting in the work and I keep going through these next 4 years, nothing but, I'm just going to have a really great time and a really great future. And it's just going to help me set up and hopefully have a good career in the Air Force coming, hopefully in the next couple years.
Yeah, 100%. It's setting you up so well. So tell us, it's obviously September now, but you went to Colorado Springs a couple months ago. Take us back. When did you actually go? How was I Day? Tell us about your first couple of weeks there.
Yeah, so my first couple weeks there, stepping on the campus on I Day, bunch of emotions, a little bit, a little sad, gonna step away from my parents for the first time in my life, finally leaving the nest, so to say, but also just being so surreal. I've heard about this place ever since seventh grade. I've been wanting to come to one of these military academies. I've always thought about Air Force for a while, and the fact I was actually able to step on that campus and just see everything come into fruition, it was very awesome experience. I was very proud to be there. And then, as everyone probably knows, once I stepped on that bus, I knew everything. It was real at that moment. It was time to buckle down and get to work mode. It was a little intense, just kind of like normal any type of boot camp and everything. But I was able to keep calm. Kind of been in some situations like that before. Thankful for being able to be prepared for some situations like that before back in high school with doing Civil Air Patrol with their mock boot camp and just kind of most the same type of stress and situation with sports, trying to be a captain and be able to work under pressure in the middle of a game. So it was very nice to have some of these opportunities to help prepare me for this. And I was able to work pretty well. And I couldn't be more thankful for all my teammates or my classmates that have been there with me to help me get through it. definitely wouldn't be able to get through it alone. We had a core group of teammates in our squad. And from there, we just worked as a team. We were able to get the job done, and we were able to complete everything. And then we were able to get our shoulder boards and finally get accepted for the class of 2029 for our on A day. So couldn't done without them. I've made some great friends so far, and I can't wait to keep on enjoying this journey along with them for the next 4 years.
That's awesome. So for people who aren't familiar, you know, a military academy is not like a normal college. You go a lot earlier before the you're there for, you know, several weeks, couple months before the academic year starts. So tell us what that is for, what why you go early and what you were doing, and then the transition into the academic year starting.
Yeah, so mainly the main reason we need to actually step on the campus and start our journey about 2 months before starting in June, because academics don't start till mid-August, is mainly to develop us into the war fighters that the Air Force and Space Force want us to become. It's just a big reality check for everyone that's attending this academy to know that we're not just here to get a college degree and then go on with our lives. We're here to develop into the next leaders of our U.S. Air Force and Space Force to hopefully, if it comes to that, fight and win our nation's war. So they want us to know right from the beginning that they demand a world class standard from us, and we need to do everything at 100% speed, efficiency, and make sure everything is correct. So they try to help develop us into that for those first 5 to 6 weeks, basically putting us in situations we're almost guaranteed to fail and learn how to recover from that failure and then build on to make sure that we are almost 100% perfect all the time, or at least strive for perfection. And also, main thing is to understand how the Air Force and Space Force has been built upon. We learn about their core values. We're given this book called Contrails, where we need to learn and memorize a bunch of different facts and history back from the beginnings of the Air Force and Space Force, back from its beginnings in World War I with the Army Air Corps, and mainly just to learn overall that we're part of something greater than ourselves. We're key pieces into helping keep our nation secure and keep it free for the rest of its existence. So it's just to help everyone know that this isn't normal college. We're not here just to get a degree and then hopefully go do some civilian job. We're here to help protect our nation. So it's just a almost kind of weed some people out that don't understand that, or develop people who haven't gone there yet to understand as soon as we enter academic year and we know exactly that everything we have that we're doing here, for academics to military to athletics, no matter how small it seems, it serves a bigger purpose to help develop us.
That's so awesome. I want to ask you about, you know, obviously you prepared for this for so long between sports and Civil Air Patrol and all of your activities and your leadership roles. But what has it actually been like to be amongst, I mean, you were so elite in high school. So obviously, I mean, like you really stood out. And so what has it been like to now be in a group? How do you manage not feeling imposter syndrome or not feeling, you know, like you're trying to keep up? How do you manage that?
Well, I personally feel like experience. I've been able to put it towards my freshman year in high school. I knew stepping into it, I had a long way to go, and I had to work. And I came in with a humble mentality, knowing that I'm not the best yet, or I'm not an elite level human being yet. But I'm going to work as hard as I can to become that in the next couple of years to really make a name for myself. And I'm really just applying that same mentality here, because I know everyone here is coming from they were elite students everywhere around the nation, and even some people from exchange programs from the world. So I know it's everyone here has come in. They've accomplished something high level, and so I'm just coming in with a humble mentality, and I'm going to try to keep working from there instead of just stopping and think I've made it. I'm just going to keep building on myself, keep trying to better myself, and just know that if I keep working hard now, I'm going to see it come through my junior and senior year. So kind of just applying it the same as high school, keep my head down, keep grinding, keep working, and just understand that the more I develop myself, the more success I should see in the future. So just more like long-term goals, or just knowing that I'm going to get my reward as long as I keep putting in the work every day.
Yeah, keeping that like long-term perspective, that mentality of just like delayed gratification, which is so amazing that at such a young age you have that nailed down so well. So you've started the academic year. And another thing I think a lot of people think about the military academies, and they think military, obviously, right? They think that that's the distinguishing factor, but also the incredibly rigorous academics, the level of academia that you're working at this university is just next level. So tell me about how your classes have been going. What classes are you taking? What are you enjoying? I would love to hear about that.
Yes, so I was definitely very nervous coming into this for the academic year because I've heard and they have not proven wrong that this is Ivy League level education. And right now, I am taking chemistry, basic Arabic because we're required to do a world language. Every student here has to do at least 2 semesters of a world language. I'm also just finished up my class for boxing. Everyone here needs to learn hand-to-hand combative, so everyone takes a boxing class. I'm also taking behavioral science class, which is introduction to psychology,
Okay.
and I'm also taking commission and leadership, which is basically a military leadership class that teaches us the basics of what it means to be in the military, what it means to be an officer, and the type of rules and type of person you should be in order to be an effective leader in the air and space force.
Wow.
I'm trying to think. Um, that. Yeah, I believe that's all my classes.
That's a
uh,
full plate. That's crazy.
Yes, it's definitely a lot from day to day, but it's when you what I've learned is just effective time management, being able to make sure you're taking your classes from make sure you're doing your homework, make sure you're getting everything done on time, and a big thing is trying to work ahead. Kind of
Yeah.
we talk about. I try to manage my weekends a lot to where I could get homework done ahead of time, trying to be able to study, and just go from that from day to day. It's just a lot of keeping a good planner and knowing you got to allocate a certain amount of time because they give you about a 28-hour schedule or a 28-hour load for a 24-hour day. So it's definitely a lot to handle, but as long as you can split up into little bits and pieces, it should be good. And I also just remembered I'm also taking calculus on top of it. So
Oh
that
my
was the last class.
goodness.
I,
Calculus.
I knew I was forgetting one class. It was I was also taking calculus on top of it. So yeah,
Oh my
but
God.
or yeah, I know. And then, but I've also been told, and I was talking to my advisors as well, this is kind of the lighter load. Next semester, we're going to be
Get out.
taking, I think, 2 more extra classes on top of it. So it's definitely held to a high standard. But as long as you just keep things simple, where you can just chunk out one piece at a time, it's not as bad as you think it is in the beginning. But it just takes a good level of time management.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I have to ask you, so do you have a major? Have you declared a major? Do you get a major at a military academy?
So while I've not declared a major yet, because you're what I've been told is you can declare now, but it's recommended to declare towards the end of your freshman year.
Got
I
it.
am strongly leaning towards wanting to get a degree in political science and minor in American studies. I did dual enrollment at Sierra College in high school, and I had got an associate's degree in political science and behavioral science. And I just kind of want to build on top of that, as well as kind of transfer that degree into hopefully my job I want after my 4 years in commission as an intelligence officer. So I want to keep going down that road. And also with a degree, I've heard you've been able to do some study abroad. Hopefully, get to go spend a semester in another foreign country, or go into another military academy and spend a semester there. So very interested in this career field. Very interested in this major, and so I'm really hoping I can just declare in that and then go through there and then enjoy my next 4 years with something I really truly want to pursue.
Yeah, that's awesome. I was a double major in college with one of them being American Studies, and it's such a great background to have because it's obviously the history, it's obviously American history, but it's really put in a lot of cultural contexts that are really interesting, and you kind of get to learn about like all elements of American history through different lenses and through different mediums, and so it makes you very well rounded with just American history and such in general. So that's very cool. I'm excited for you. So has it been hard being away from home? Have your parents been missing you?
Probably one of my hardest things here is probably just missing my friends and family at home.
Yeah.
It's just going from being at home for over 18 years, just going from high school, middle school, and everything, and not really traveling much because I've stayed in my county my whole life.
Yeah.
Um, it's just it's a little difficult. But over these last 3 or 4 months, this place has really felt like a second home because everyone here has just been so um, hopeful. We've all been a good team working towards a common goal, and they've been almost like an extended family. They're always there when I need something. If they ever want to talk about something, I'm there for them. We kind of lean on each other, and it's almost like just another little family, like a home away from home. So it's definitely gotten better as the months have gone, but I'm definitely looking forward to at least seeing my family again in person, everything come Christmas.
Oh, that's awesome. Are you going to get to come home or are they going to come out and visit you?
We had Parents Weekend a couple weeks ago. They came out and we got to visit them for a couple days. It was very exciting. And then for Thanksgiving and Christmas, I will be flying back home, so I get to come and see everyone come November and December.
That is so cool. And I want to ask you about just the campus. The campus is so beautiful. I used to live in Colorado Springs and went to the Air Force Academy many times. So I want to ask you sort of about the campus, and then I want to chat about the city a little bit just because I'm interested because I love Colorado Springs. But you have one of the most beautiful campuses of all the military academies, and you have gorgeous weather. I mean, you're gonna have snow in the winter, but you have sunny days all the time. What's it been like just living in Colorado and on such a beautiful campus?
Well, the campus is just amazing. Everywhere I go, it's just a great view. There's so much history from all the statues and all of the monuments that have been donated, from the air gardens to all of the retired aircraft on the commandant's lawn in the middle of the cadet area, and also just the view. The Colorado Rockies are sitting right there behind the cadet area. So every day I get to go out there, no matter what time of day, and just almost get lost in the view, and just very thankful every day I'm out there just to be in such a beautiful area. The weather there here is it's a lot different than California. I'll say that.
Yeah,
that was a big shock. It rains a lot out here, but
yeah,
there's very nice sunny days and everything, and it's just really beautiful area. I'm very thankful to be in a place like this and just be immersed in so much history.
yeah,
Um, and a lot of times when I'm out there walking around and everything, I kind of remember about my great grandfather who served in the Army Air Corps, and get to see some of the history and everything. And it almost helps me connect deeper into my family and what they contributed through the military. And I just, I love getting to see everything every day and walk by. It just makes me very proud of being here. And it really helps me kind of like we were talking about earlier, give me a little bit of a sense of purpose for every little thing I do has a cause to contribute to such of great history that we've already achieved so far.
yeah. And you're creating your own legacy there. It's probably weird for you to think about that now, but thinking about your grandpa's legacy and serving, and that's what you're doing now. And then your grandchildren will look back and be like, yeah, my grandpa Brock, like in many, many generations, and they'll be able to look back at your legacy there too. Have you had a chance to go into Colorado Springs at all? Do you ever leave campus or are you mostly on campus?
So we can leave campus from time to time, usually either on a Saturday or Sunday. The only time I did was when I went with my parents for parents' weekend, and I
Yeah.
got to see. We went to a couple of museums. We went to the World War II Aviation History Museum. Got to go see some of the aircraft from there. It was really nice. For me, kind of like we talk about, I like to really work ahead. So most of my weekends I'm usually spent taking care of stuff like that, my academics or military, or just trying to keep training to hopefully have a good boxing season.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen, it's a really nice area. It's a really great place, and there's so much to do there. Like they got so many activities for you to do, whether it's just for
Yeah.
fun, whether it's just for a good scenery, or it's just to go explore and have a really good time. So it's a really nice area. I really like the Colorado Springs area.
It's gorgeous. And that's one last thing I wanted to ask you about, Brooke. I wanted to talk about being on the boxing team. So tell me about that.
Well, I'm just very, very excited for the opportunity to represent the Air Force Academy at the D1 level in the boxing ring. Um, I'm still got a long ways to go to hopefully crack that starting roster, but I've been putting in the work, trying to transition from that wrestling to boxing. It's really helped, and it's been a little bit of a transition, but not super hard. And it's just exciting. It's really nice to know that at the end of the day of school, I still have a sport to go to, and I still have
Yeah.
something to train for, and still get to compete at the Division 1 level. Ever since I was probably in like fifth, fourth grade, I've always wanted to be a Division 1 athlete, and the fact that it's finally come true is just very excited, very thankful, and just one of the many amazing opportunities here that the Air Force Academy has given me, and I couldn't be more thankful. I'm just so happy to be uh, in a place like this to where I can be able to achieve all these things and be able to just do everything that I've wanted to do since I was a young kid.
That's so awesome. I love that you're accomplishing every goal right along, and then you just keep
making a bigger goal and just moving the goalpost and increasing those. So I guess Brock, like my last question is just like overall thoughts and how you're feeling and just, your overall takeaways, I guess, from your first couple months.
Um, Mainly just it's been a really great experience. Um, it definitely hasn't been easy, so to say, but I'm very excited for the challenges that I've been given and be able to grow and just keep accomplishing one thing after another. I know I still got a long ways to go just for the end of this freshman year, but very excited to keep tackling everything and hopefully just be able to achieve some of the personal goals I've already set for this year, academically, athletically, and military wise, and just being excited. Just keep looking to the future, and yeah, just having a great time, trying to enjoy every little moment because I know I only got kind of like high school 4 short years here, and I'm trying to get the most I can out of it. So very thankful. It's been a very awesome time, and I'm just really glad for the small family I've made, and I hope I can just keep growing that family here at this academy.
Oh, Brock, that's awesome. You're so wonderful. Thank you so much, as always. I'm so impressed. And I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. Seriously, thank you, Brock.
Yeah, of course, and thank you. I really appreciate being able to continue sharing my story with people. I'm just glad to know that it hasn't really stopped since high school and just keeps being able to grow and just get more exciting things to accomplish. I'm just really happy that there's still more goals to achieve. So I really appreciate you being interested and reaching out. I know you're very busy on top of what I have to do and everything. So I'm just really glad we were able to find some time and be able to have this conversation.
Isn't Brock so impressive? I just can't even believe everything that he's been able to accomplish in such a short period of time. It bodes very, very well. I told Brock when I met him, and I said it on air the first time many months ago, we ran his story. I said, I think you're going to be president, Brock. Like, I think it's going to be President Buak. And I'm just wildly impressed. I'm very, very proud of Brock. And I think it's very generous too of him to share his time with the local media because his story is really inspiring. I've had many people reach out since Brock chose to go to the Air Force Academy. So we did the story where he got into all the military academies. Then we did a follow up. Announcing that he had chosen the Air Force Academy, and I've had several viewers reach out and ask how Brock is doing and how he's liking it, and if he's happy with his choice because obviously it was such a hard decision at the time. And so I really want to thank Brock because it's very, very generous to give your time back. That's the most valuable thing that you have, especially at a military academy. He's so busy with all of his academics and extracurriculars and military obligations. And so it's really, really wonderful that he chose to give a little bit of time to little old me here at Fox 40 and chat with me. So huge thank you to Brock. One other thing I want to say about Brock kind of after we recorded the interview, we stayed on Zoom for a little bit and we talked because like I said, I used to live in Colorado Springs, and I told him because I still follow all of my old friends in Colorado Springs, and I follow the news station and our chief meteorologist, shout out Mary Matthews. I see the severe weather they've been having. Oh, they've been getting hit hard. He was saying that it's so rainy, and he was like, "It's really raining in Colorado." Like I didn't know, and I told him it's not usually that rainy. I mean, of course, there's always those late summer showers, the lightning storms, the thunderstorms, which a lot of people like. I personally didn't like them, but they are beautiful in the summertime when it's sort of still warm outside, but you're getting the thunder and the lightning in the late afternoon. But it's not as bad usually. They have a particularly severe weather pattern the past couple of months in Colorado Springs. But I told him just hold on through the winter and then into summer. And also in Colorado Springs, if you've lived there before or you visited, something really unique is that the elevation is so high. Denver, which is north of Colorado Springs, the capital of Colorado, is known as the Mile High City because of the elevation. Well, Colorado Springs actually sits at a higher elevation than even Denver. And the important part of that when it comes to weather, specifically snow, is that the sun is so strong because you're at that higher elevation. You're literally closer to the sun. And so it melts the snow very, very quickly. So even on a very cold day, let's say it snows in the morning, By 1 or 2 in the afternoon, when the sun's been out for several hours, that snow has completely melted, and even the ice has melted. The dangerous part is when it then refreezes overnight because it sort of melts into water, and then it turns into black ice, and that's not fun. It's quite dangerous, actually. You have to be very careful when you're driving there. But during the day, it's not as bad as people think, because even though it's very cold outside, it's usually quite sunny, which warms you up or at least melts the snow. So you're not driving through like active snow. You're kind of driving through more of like a slushy. It's a mess. You got to get your car washed like every 3 minutes, or just don't bother at all. Really, is actually what you should do, is just not bother till the winter's over. But I digress. You're not here for a weather report. You're here for Brock, as you should be. So, anyways, just a huge thank you to Brock, and best of luck to him on everything that he continues to do. I hope that I will be able to continue speaking with him and continue talking with him all the way through his military career and what I predict to be a very, very, very successful future. That's Brock.